Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert with the Ted Show. Last show of Friday, last Friday of May, and we've all come down to somebody who I've been very excited about to have on the show, Carson Holley. Welcome to the show, Carson.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am great. You've got a great setup back there. I just noticed you've got some stuff. Yeah, see, this is good. I think I was telling you before we went live that I love to talk to young artists, young entrepreneurs, people who've got that really cool spirit. You obviously are working hard at what you're doing, and you are an artist, a musical artist. You sing and perform, and we're going to talk about that. And guys, we're going to get a treat because Carson's going to sing a little bit for us at the end of the show. But enough about that. They want to know about you. So tell them a little bit about Carson Holley.
Hello. I am a singer and a performer. I've been singing professionally since I was about 7 years old. I started releasing original music last year.
Original music? Do you write or do you have writers?
I have writers. I have Adana
So cool.
Santos and Laura Santos over at IBA Music. They're great. They write it inspired by me, and they write it inspired by me.
What's that like? I'm sure then you were probably, all three of my kids were like performers. They liked to perform in front of the family. How does it go, though, from doing that kind of stuff to really performing songs that you know were written with you in mind?
Well, it's really cool because it's original music, like no one's heard it before.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're singing a cover by some well-known artist. It's your own song. So even though it was written for you, it's your own song, which is a lot different than singing a cover because you love it more and you have a greater connection to it.
Well, you're the one that's performing it and recording it, and it's just so cool. Is it hard to be up on stage? Do you like stage?
I love the stage. It's so much fun. I love a live audience. I love the feel of it. I love the feeling that they give back to you when you sing and you perform and you kind of get to almost like make eye contact and talk to them.
It's so performing on stage. I've done it. I would imagine for a younger performer, though, there's got to be some things. Do you have any stage fright at all, or have you always just figured out a microphone is where I need to be?
Yep, that's pretty much it.
So, but a lot of people don't take it to the next level. What was the time in your life where I think you just said you started at 7. What was the time in the life where you and your parents decided, all right, I think we want to see how this would pan out as a career?
It was when I had a viral video about 2 years ago now, I think. And I had, it was in Disney Springs, and I was singing with La Calle Band, and I was singing in Spanish, and it was really fun. And now it has over 52 million views, which is really crazy. And then after that happened, my parents and I, we kind of had a little family talk, and we were like, and I said, like, this is really what I want to do with my life. Like, this is so much fun. Like, this is definitely what I want to do for a living. And so from then on, we just kind of knew that, like, I wanted to be a singer and a performer.
Amazing. I think I didn't have a full thought of sentence at 11, let alone younger than 11. I think I was more worried about what I was having for lunch. I didn't know my passion then. So how cool for you to know in your heart what you want to do. Did you then decide, tell us a little bit about the process, because it's one thing to, just sing a little bit. Then it's one thing to decide to go professional. So that, I'm sure, includes interviews like this, photo shoots, maybe. Did you do voice lessons? Tell us a little bit about the process you went through.
Well, after the viral video, our family and I got approached by Glenn Barclay from IBA Music, and they wanted to record me as a recording artist, and that was so cool. Like, we hadn't really thought of that before, and so then they recorded me, and it's a cool process going into the studio and recording it for a while and just staying all day in the studio. And I've taken voice lessons since I was 6. Now I work with Dr. Matt Morgan from the University of Florida, and he really focuses on healthy singing. So I do all of these cool exercises every day. Like I blow bubbles into a cup, which is also really cool because usually you're not allowed to do that. Like it's, oh, stop blowing in your water, but I get to do that. And I also work with Dreamwalker Music Evolution on artist development and ukulele playing and piano playing and music theory. And that's really fun because it's kind of like I'm a numbers person, and it's kind of, and they have a number system, which is really cool. Like for the chords and stuff, like this is chord 1, this is chord 2. So
I would be remiss if I did not ask you, of the 4 things you just mentioned, ukulele.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, that was not something I was expecting. So you have learned to play the ukulele?
Yes, it was kind of a quarantine project that I picked up. I really like it. I think ukulele is my favorite instrument to play. And I know about 5 songs on it now, and it's really cool.
That's so cool. Ukulele is such an interesting instrument.
Do you want to hear a song on the ukulele?
Sure, please. I'm ready for you to perform at any moment.
I'm gonna do Chain of Fools by Aretha Franklin.
Oh wow. Okay.
Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain of fools. To follow me. I thought you were my man. But I found out that I'm just a link in your chain. You got me where you want me. I ain't nothing but your fool. You treated me mean. Oh, you treated me cruel. Chain, chain, chain. Chain of fools. Every chain has got a weak link. I might be weak, child, but I'll give you strength. Oh, hey.
That was so awesome.
Thanks.
You never know. One of the great surprises I get to when I'm hosting this show is that I never know what a performer is going to sound like live. And as a dad, I get really super nervous because I never want a child to fail or feel bad. I just love your voice. I didn't expect that kind of power to come out of it. So kudos to you. And that's a tough song. It's got a lot in it. And I'd never heard it played with a ukulele. So kudos to you. All right. So, but you've got Boss Lady's one of your songs, correct?
Yes.
And so is that the latest release? That's
yes.
what? Okay.
I have 3 more in the works, but they haven't been released yet.
So talk about Boss Lady. Are you merching that too? Is that kind of your new attitude, your new way of thinking? What does Boss Lady mean?
Well, it's really an empowerment song. Like it's really just like telling people that you are enough. That like people try to like put you down and stuff, but you always get to say like you're not going to let them do that. And some people they don't think that way. They're like, this person beat me down, so therefore I'm going to stay there. But Boss Lady is all about just kind of coming out of your shell and being who you want to be. And because you're the boss lady.
I mean, the insights that you have at 11. Wow. Big kudos to you and to whomever is helping you behind the scenes there.
My mom.
Hi, Mom. Because that's such a great answer and a heartfelt answer and a very insightful answer from someone who is 11. It's amazing. All right. So are you able to perform Boss Lady?
Yeah.
All right. I wasn't sure. This is the great thing about the TED Show. I don't really ask permission beforehand. She could have said no, but I think it would be cool for people to hear what you've got out.
All right. I raise my voice higher and higher, feeling 10 feet tall, louder and prouder, calling out your name, wilder with fire in me, the fire in me. Don't let them push you down, hijack and hold you back. I'm riding my destiny, overcoming gravity, surrounded by power. Our strength will devour, you'll see, repeating after me. I'm a boss lady, yeah. I'm a boss lady, yeah. They call me boss lady, hey, quizás somos más fuertes, nos vamos a caer lo que está en nuestra mente, tenemos una voz, we're stronger than you believe, together turning history. I'm calling to the woman in the struggle, can you hear me, you're more than you are matching, which I feel me, flying with passion, we're singing out as one.
Wow. I always like to focus on the person singing, and then I pop back a little bit, and I forgot that I was dancing along with you. So embarrassment for me, but that is so cool. That's definitely an empowerment song. You're absolutely right. Positive. And then there's some Spanish in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed that you had on your site, either probably your Facebook or your Instagram, Latino, a Latina singer, a Latina lady. Are you going to intermix Spanish in music moving forward? Is that something you like to do?
Yes, my first single, Que Late, was actually entirely in Spanish, and I love singing in Spanish, and I also love singing in English, so I feel like just blending the two together is great.
I love it. So you're already working on 3 other songs, 3 other releases. What's that process like? Is it hard being in the studio, or do you love that as well?
I love it too, but it kind of takes some stamina because you have to go like hours upon hours recording, and sometimes your voice starts to get tired, but you just gotta warm up again and remind yourself that this is what you love, and sometimes it's hard.
So what do you want to do future? I mean, 11, you've got your whole life ahead of you. Lazara Rivera says, my daughter Luna loves the song. She's 10. Yeah, she's on. Thanks, Liz, for doing that. But what do you want to do? What do you see yourself? Are you going to focus completely on singing for now, or do you want to bridge out? Do you want to do other arts like painting or acting or that kind of stuff?
Mm-hmm. I have done some acting and some stage as well. I'm actually agency represented, and I'm just auditioning, especially during quarantine. There's a lot of self-tapes going around, so I'm just auditioning for stuff and seeing what sticks. Oh, I have an upcoming theater production actually in your area in Winter Garden. I'm gonna be Matilda in the upcoming production of Matilda at the Winter Garden Theater.
That's right. Is that how we got introduced? Brian Fallon is an old friend of mine at the theater. I think he runs the theater, and perhaps he made an introduction. But yes, that's right. You're gonna play Matilda. That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, you're going the whole thing. You're well-rounded, which is great. What's school like? I mean, it's over now, but are you homeschooled, or you go to school? What I'm sure people would want to know. Is she leading a normal life? What's she doing?
I'm still in regular school. Yes. It's sometimes it's a little bit hard balancing, but I have great teachers and they help me work through it, and they give me my work on the road and stuff. And so sometimes it's kind of hard to balance it. Like sometimes it's a little bit stressful, but it's all worth it.
All right. So if somebody wants to buy your single, they want to learn more about you, they want to go see Matilda, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Well, my Instagram is at Carson Holley. My Facebook is also at Carson Holley. My website is carsonholley.com. I think it's in your little news thingy.
It is.
And my singles are on all musical platforms everywhere. And tickets go on sale for Matilda next week.
It's amazing.
Go
ahead, keep going.
And my singles are now all on TikTok as sounds.
I saw something about that. So they can get them as sounds on TikTok. That's actually a really big deal.
Yeah, that's surreal to me because like it's this huge site. It's this huge app, and then my stuff's just in there.
We'll have to share that. Remind me, we'll share that when we share the show and do the post so people know how to get to that as well. You're an absolute joy. I think it's amazing what you do. You're so, you're like an old soul talking to, and you have so much poise and grace and humility. I love it. And I'm very excited. I know you're going to do amazing things. You've got a fantastic voice and a great presence. Thank you for being on the show, Carson. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Y'all have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks to Mom. Thanks to everyone who watched. Go out and get her singles. Look at her music. Look at her work. Let's support local artists who we want to make big. All right. Y'all have a great one. Thank you so much, Carson.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.